Folks, I thought it only fair that Indiana Jones is here to review Jungle Cruise. Let's talk about it. You might say, why should Indiana Jones be here? Well, folks, it's because the film is just so reminiscent of Indiana Jones and another film, but we'll get to that in a bit. You probably know which one I'm talking about, but the action, the story, just so much about this film is Indiana Jones-like, and that's a good thing. It's Indiana Jones is a good film, so obviously making one in the same vein is a good thing, but is it original enough to stand on its own legs? Let's get into that. The action in this movie is fun and cleverly choreographed. It's a good time. I like that all the pun jokes, if you've ever been on the Jungle Cruise ride at Disneyland, the ride, or the skipper always tells a ton of punny jokes, and I like them. I'm a sucker for those, and they added a little nod to that in this movie. Folks, this film follows all the typical story beats of really just any adventure film or family action adventure film. Don't watch this if you're expecting a fully original adventure movie. If you want just your average adventure movie, you will be impressed. You will enjoy this film a lot because it excels at being, your sort of typical adventure story. If you're looking for something that breaks the mold, don't be too surprised when it doesn't. The comedy is about what you'd expect as well, but it's all pretty good. It got a few laughs out of me. I've seen a lot of people praising Jesse Plemons' performance, and he's one of my favorite actors. Like, seriously, I love him. But I'm not sure how I feel about him in this one, to be honest with you. He's not the most intimidating. He's definitely having fun with the role, but it just doesn't really work for me. And then something people have mentioned is just the chemistry between Emily Blunt and The Rock. It's great, no doubt. And anyway, I guess I ought to talk about the other film this film is reminiscent of, which would be Pirates of the Caribbean. Of course, the original Disney ride turned into a movie, and it is obviously trying to be the next one of those. They want to make a whole franchise out of it. They want to see how people react to it. This iPad is very uncomfortable if you haven't noticed, but it's next Pirates of the Caribbean, next Indiana Jones, not much more than that. Folks, there's some great VFX in this film, which really shouldn't be surprising at this point. When you have any big budget film like this, you kind of need to. It's sort of a given, or else you get docked for it. You don't necessarily get bonus points if you have it now. It's sort of a need. Folks, I paused the film halfway through watching it and was very surprised to learn that there was another hour to go, because the pacing is just all over the place in this film. Some parts are ridiculously fast, like the beginning especially, where you go from them hiring the skipper and an action chase through all the town, and then immediately like a submarine chase. I don't think the film really needs all of the perilous events that it has. It really doesn't. Folks, this film is a very average adventure movie with not a whole lot going for it. I like to sum it up like this. What is making me want to watch Jungle Cruise again as opposed to Indiana Jones or Pirates of the Caribbean? Nothing. Nothing. It's not an interesting or differentiating enough to make me want to pick it over those. Now, I had a good time. I am glad that I watched it, and you probably will too if you choose to watch it, but, not an all-time classic or anything like that. Folks, for those reasons, I'm going to give Jungle Cruise a B rating. I think that's fair. Not too original. A good time nonetheless. Folks, with this film's success, I would definitely expect a sequel. I'm not sure what took Disney so long after Pirates was a success to model another film off of a ride, but that might also be a possibility in the future beyond Jungle Cruise. So keep an eye out for Jungle Cruise 2. Alright, folks, that's been my review of Jungle Cruise. Let me know what you thought of it if you've seen it. I'm definitely sensing a lot of audience people, a lot of the mainstream audience is liking it very much, whereas, critics not so much. So again, let me know what you thought of the film. If you agree or disagree with any aspect. If you like the eye patch, let me know, because I do not. That's for sure. Folks, I've been EDPC Reviews. You have been absolutely amazing. I will see you in the next Jungle Cruise 2 coming soon. Goodbye.